गजाननम् अनन्तमोददायकम् समस्तविघ्नहारकम् समस्तघविनाशकम् उदाकरं सुखाकरम् मम प्रियगणाधिपम् नमामि ते विनायकम् हृदकमलनिवासिनम् नमामि ते गजाननम् अनन्तमोददायकम् भुक्तिमुक्तिदायकम् समस्तक्लेशवारकम् बुद्धिबलप्रदायकम् समस्तविघ्नहारकम् धूम्रवर्णशोभनम् एकदन्तमोहनम् भजामि ते कृपाकरम् मम हृदयविहारिणम् नमामि ते गजाननम् अनन्तमोददायकम् गजवदन शोभितं मोदकं सदा प्रियं वक्रतुण्डधारकं कृष्णपीच्छमोहनं विकटरूपधारिणं देववृन्दवन्दितं स्मरामि विघ्नहारकं मम बन्धमोचकं नमामि ते गजाननम् अनन्तमोददायकम्
For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is goddess Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is goddess Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. Wisdom of the ages in the children's eyes, a cool breeze from a harp and diamonds in the sky. What a place, what a place, what a wondrous place. What a race, what a race, what a marvelous grace. What a sight, what a life, what a time, what a time to be alive. For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is goddess Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is goddess Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. Faces growing younger with the timeless light. Voices of angels sing through the night. What a place, what a place, what a wondrous place. What a race, what a race, what a marvelous race. What a sight, what a life, what a time, what a time to be alive. For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is goddess Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is goddess Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. Miracles and stories too many to record. Beyond our living streams, the reality unfolds. What a place, what a place, what a wondrous place. What a race, what a race, what a marvelous race. What a sight, what a life, what a time, what a time to be alive. For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is goddess Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is goddess Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. For the kingdom of heaven is here, and your majesty rules from within. Your name is goddess Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan. Your name is goddess Nirmala. Speechless, we are blessed with your darshan.
Jai Shri Mataji, respected brothers and sisters from the global Sahaj family. Warm greetings from Malaysia. A blessed and a very happy New Year to one and all. Let us now bow and welcome Shri Mataji into our hearts with utmost love and respect for our Divine Mother, for the divinity within us, for our fellow Sahaj family, for ourselves and mankind in general. Now, with our hands folded and with complete reverence, we will pray and ask our Holy Mother, Param Puja Shri Mataji. We, your children from across the world, humbly seek your permission, blessings, guidance, and protection to have this global online meditation. Shri Mataji, it is only by your divine grace and blessings, the will of God, that we are able to gather every week to worship your holy lotus feet collectively. And for this, Shri Mataji, we humbly thank you from the core of our hearts. Our humble salutations to you, Shri Mataji, at your holy lotus feet again and again, from all your children, for all your blessings and guidance. Today, brothers and sisters, we have a very dynamic doctor, our brother, Dr. Chuk, Nanak Chuk from Virginia, USA. He will share his beautiful experiences in the beginning before he starts the meditation. So let's put our hands together to welcome our dear brother, Dr. Nanak Chuk. Over to you, brother. Jai Shri Mataji.
Thank you so much, Auntie. That's very nice to be here with everybody and wishing everybody a very, very happy New Year 2024.
Dr. Ji, you can turn on your video if you wish so.
Yes, the video is on.
beginning.
Are you able to see me and also hear me?
Yes, yes, it is audible,
okay, very good.
And we can watch you also. When you start the meditation, maybe you can put off that time, no?
Of course, of course.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji, thank you so much. So very nice to be here. Again, wishing everybody a very happy New Year. And just a little bit about myself, as Auntie mentioned, I mean, just going back actually, so my parents as well, they got their realization and, when they were their teenagers, and then they also were married. And then by Shri Mataji, and then my dad, he had done some research with Dr. Rai on asthma and the effects on hypertension, and how hypertension and high blood pressure can be reduced and asthma can be made better with Sahaja Yoga. And he had done that initial research. And then subsequently, I was born in Delhi. And from there, then, also my father had gone to Russia to do the medical conference with the doctors that time, when the doctors from India and, Australia, other places had also gone to Russia. And then we came to America, as Shri Mataji had told us that, we need to come to America, as there were not enough Sahaja Yogis at that time. And to Shri Mataji had said that we need to make Ganpati Pule here in America as well. So part of the reason why it had come, we initially came to New York, and then from New York, we moved to Pennsylvania. And that time, we were also able to hold a realization event and program at the University of Pennsylvania. And then these were the early 90s. Sahaja Yogis from other places in America had come to help out. And then at that time, Sahaja Yoga, took a little bit more firmer ground, at least in Pennsylvania, by Shri Mataji's grace. Subsequently, then I went to Dharamshala. I was at Dharamshala for about 5 years. And then we came back. I came back from Dharamshala in the late 90s. And then we moved to California, and I completed my college there. And then I went on to medical school. And then I did my residency and training, and then a fellowship at University of Pennsylvania again when we were in Philadelphia. And right now I'm working at John Hopkins Community Physicians in Washington, D.C. at Sibley Hospital as a neurologist. So part of the reason and why I actually wanted to go into neurology was that my father was also a neurologist, and then growing up and having this experience of Sahaja Yoga and understanding of the vibrations, also from a medical perspective, and how what we are feeling on our hands and what we are feeling on top of our head, how did that relate to on a more medical aspect as well, and what we are feeling, and the relationship between the chakras and the nerve plexuses and the nervous system that we have within each and every one of us. And as Shmaji has said, how through Sahaja Yoga we get in touch with the parasympathetic nervous system, meaning that part of the nervous system which is responsible for rejuvenating us, relaxing us, making us better, and how through Sahaja Yoga we're able to do that. So just some general things, I guess, and more, I guess, focus and target towards the Yuas if they're on this meditation, but also applicable to everybody, is that why are we in Sahaja Yoga and why are we doing what we're doing? We have to ask that question to ourselves. Why are we in Sahaja Yoga? And everybody has to ask that question for themselves. And we're all seeking in different ways. And knowing that connection and having that connection to our spirit, and through Sahaja Yoga, how we can get to our spirit as well is very important. We have to have that attitude of being humble, having the humility, and not being in a way thinking or knowing that science is everything, or what we see around us can explain everything. There are many limitations, at least from my perspective, to what science could answer or what science could provide. And all of those other answers come from Sahaja Yoga. And having that sense and that sensitivity to vibrations, and knowing that Sahaja Yoga is completely, all encompassing and also beyond what science can completely explain. And having that humility and that curiosity, the seeking to know more, to be one with our spirit. And then also knowing that how Shri Mataji is looking after us, is taking care of us. And it would not be possible to survive in this world without the grace of Shri Mataji, without the blessings of Shri Mataji. So at least for me, all of these are the things that are, keeping me going and keeping me also in Sahaja Yoga. And then, just as we are discussing the life story, then subsequently I also got married in Sahaja Yoga, and then we matched in Kabbalah as well with my wife, Priyanka. And how now we're able to continue that here where we are in our home in Virginia and surrounding areas. So just having that gratitude, that dedication, the curiosity, the seeking, and to continue having that and not letting whatever is happening in our mundane life kind of make us think that our life is just about work or just about what these other responsibilities are. I mean, they're only a part of what our life is. Our rest of our life and the main part of our life is to become the spirit, is to become the main instrument of Shmaji, is to carry forward the work, is to become those instruments that can transform this world. And by first having that understanding and that recognition about our own divinity, about our own spirit, and then manifesting and reflecting that outside. And always trying to keep our attention on top of our head, meditating, letting us feel our Kundalini. So always being in that state of meditation. So now we can actually go ahead and raise our Kundalini and then put ourselves in Bandhan. Let us keep looking at Shri Mataji's photograph, putting our hands out. Let us see if we can feel the vibrations coming from Shri Mataji's photograph into our hands. And we have all the feelings of love, of gratitude, of thankfulness to Shri Mataji as we're looking at Shri Mataji's photograph. Let us try to absorb the vibrations which are coming from Shri Mataji's photograph. And by not just absorb, not just feeling it on the surface of our skin, but actually trying to take it in deeper. So we can do an experiment and just put our hands out at the level of our heart, keeping our eyes open. And let us see if we can feel the vibrations coming onto our hands. And then from our hands, can we raise it up higher to our wrist? And then from our wrist, we can drop the vibrations further and feel to our elbow. And raising it higher subsequently from our elbow to our shoulder to our Vishuddhi, and from our Vishuddhi, let us again try to draw the vibrations inside to our heart, to our Nabi, to our Swadhisthana, and then to our Muladhara chakra. And we can bring our hands down and let us feel that flow. As Shri Mataji said, that all meditation starts and ends with our heart. And having that bhakti, having that devotion, so let's place our hand on our heart. And here we can say, Shri Mataji, by your grace, I am the pure spirit. I am not this body, not this mind. I'm not this ego, not these conditionings, not these catches or the chakras. Shri Mataji, by your divine grace, I am the pure spirit. Let us now take our hand and place it on the top of our head. Let us bend down our head. Let us apply the pressure from the center of our palm on the top of our head, and let us rotate our scalp 7 times in a clockwise manner. And as you're rotating, we can ask Shri Mataji and request Shri Mataji that Shri Mataji, You are Shri Sahasrara Sramini, Shri Mataji. You are Shri Moksha Pradayini. In your divine grace, Shri Mataji, please kindly establish a realization fully. Shri Mataji, please let that connection always be there to you. Shri Mataji, please kindly let us feel your presence, your lotus feet, in the lotus of our Sahasrara. Shri Mataji, it is by your grace that you have given us our self-realization to completely know and understand our true self, which is our spirit. And through that, we can be the light to illuminate and get rid of any darkness that we have within ourselves, and also to enlighten the whole world. Let us raise our hand up above our Sahasrara. Let us see if we can feel the flow, the vibrations, the Kundalini coming out of our head. You can move our hand up and down if you feel any cool or warm. You can move our hand higher and see till what level we're feeling the vibrations, till what level are we feeling the cool. And then try to bring our hand higher to see if we can feel anything beyond that. At that point above Sahasrara, where we're feeling our Kundalini, let us stabilize and put our attention there, put our hands back on our lap. Let us close our eyes and let us just sit in this state of meditation just for a few moments. Let us make sure that we're feeling the vibrations on both of our hands, on top of our head. We're in that state where we don't have any thoughts. We're completely one with Shri Mataji. In this state now, we'll watch the talk of Shri Mataji from 1989, Brahmapuri, India. And let us make sure that during the talk that we are keeping our connection there and feeling the flow of the vibrations on our hands and on top of our head. So we'll watch the talk of Shri Mataji now from 1989.
Ravana Mardini ki, Ravana Mardini ki, Ravana Mardini ki, Jai Shri Mataji.
I am sorry what has happened yesterday. But I think the war has begun between the evil and good. And after all, the good prevails. In these modern times, evil used to prevail on good. But now, in this Kruta Yuga, the evil will be completely conquered by good. And not that, but good will spread all over. The evil has a capacity to go to extremes and then to fall out of the evolutionary process completely. Because they are blind, they cannot see the good. That's why they are evil. If they could see the good, they would give up their evil. In our country, which is a country of yoga, especially Maharashtra, which is the country of the saints, I was amazed to hear what people are up to. One of the real source of this nonsense seems to be Rajneesh, the horrible fellow, because he has made an exhibition here absolutely renouncing all the deities and saying all kinds of dirty things. And I think the chief minister of this place is also hand in glove with him. And they are all trying to prove that there is no God, there is no spirituality. They want to establish that science is everything. We have no heritage of science in India. We have the heritage of spirituality. I mean, nobody is known as such a great scientist in this country. Nobody has made any special inventions. And the way people are organizing it in the name of science, there's hardly anyone who has done anything of science. So it's the evil which has taken this new form of talking about science and denouncing God. Of course, in the West also the same thing has happened to a great extent, but not to that extent. They have not discarded everything that was spiritual. But here they have gone headlong. Those few people who are there, very, very few, but they are there. So it's a very bad growth in this country. It won't survive, I know it cannot survive, because this country is so full of spirituality. In the West, because people took to science, they have lost all culture of society. There is no culture of society. The etiquettes are limited to fork and spoon or how you wish each other. There is no other culture. It's so outside. There's nothing deep in it, because they have taken absolutely to the modern, or we can say that is the industrial evolution of the people. They have taken to all that and have lost contact with reality. The culture of any country can only survive on spirituality. Science cannot talk of this. And it has so many limitations that it cannot even answer simple few questions that are facing them. Above all, they have no idea what is love. They have no idea what is the all-pervading power. Now you all have felt it and you know what it is. And you know how to use it. So, under these circumstances, I find that those people who are mediocres in Sahaja Yoga cannot help much for establishing goodness. You have to be very clean within yourself. You have to be very powerful within yourself. And you have to be extremely sensitive. So, we are not to waste our energy, our attention onto superficial and nonsensical things. We have to get out of it. And we have to become people who are detached from any things which create problem. If you take a detached view of everything, you will have a kind of a life that will nourish your society, which is now sick. It's a sick society. It's a decadent society. And for that decadent society, you need people who are very morally strong, who are tremendously pure, and who know everything about Sahaja. The mediocrity in Sahaja Yoga is very common in the West, very common. And so much involved into their personal problems that I cannot understand how will they rise above this nonsensical personal viewpoint of view. So, one has to realize that the whole tree that has grown outside so much due to industrial revolution has to seek its own nourishment from spirituality, which is in India, no doubt. Spirituality without development has no meaning. Spirituality has to have development outside, otherwise it is lost in the Mother Earth. It has to sprout and it has to show results, which we are showing, no doubt. In so many ways, Indian Sahajis are trying to show that, though they are rather slow about that part. So it's something funny that in the West people are rather slow, Sahajis are rather slow about their spirituality. And in India, people are rather slow about their manifestation outside. Unless and until we really do some dedicated effort, it's not going to work out. So I hope, as we have circulated letters, that we have come here not for fun, but for dedication and for our ascent, and it's a pilgrimage. Talking loose, talking about small things, quarreling with each other is out of question, of course. But domination, terrible domination of falsehood, just to think that you are leaders or why is he leader, shows that we are not yet worthy. So the worthiness of a ship is very important if it has to fight the turbulence of the sea. If it cannot fight the turbulence of the sea, then it is definitely not seaworthy and it is absolutely useless because it cannot go across. In the same way, if you have to be something, you have to work it out in such a manner that you really become worthy of crossing this ocean of illusion and that many could cross with you. As in India, they have started at every place, at every home, at every family, ascent. If they invite people, they talk about nothing but Sahaja. Now you can go all out to talk about it. I give you permission to tell them that I have come. There's nothing to hide. And you have to go and open the doors of many churches and many temples and many organizations and tell them that I am there. Now the time has come. You can see it so clearly. It's obvious. First, I used to say I would not go to the newspapers. This is not good, that's not good. Let us work it out. But it has come now so much that I have to say things, and I'm going to say them very openly. I'm going to say them. But I want all of you to be such that nobody should point out a finger at you to say, oh, this is a Sahaja Yogi. And how this Sahaja Yogi is behaving. If somebody is stupid and not working it out, it's better to get rid of such a person, or else help that person and tell him that you have to come up. You can't be here. We don't want mediocre people here. We want some very extraordinarily pure people. The purity is the main point which we have to have. Once you are pure, you don't have to worry. Then I'll look after you. But the purity of mind, purity of heart, and the purity of your attention, these three things are very important. When it works out, you'll be surprised, collectivity will grow in no time. It's a tendency among Sahaja Yogis also, still, to go back to the same materialism and to try to have your own house, your family, your children, sort of a nonsense. We have to be in the ashrams, and we have to work it out. We have to work it out very beautifully, that we all live very happily in the ashram. But I find still, people cannot work it out that way. They are more concerned about their jobs, concerned about their things. Once you live in the ashram, I will see that you get everything. But if you do not want to have the blessings of God, how can anybody help you? So tremendous sacrifice is needed. Of course, as you know, in Sahaja Yoga, I don't need any money from you at all. But sacrifice is very important. And sacrifice of nonsensical ideas that you have. In every way, we have to show that we are Sahaja Yoga. The way you dress up, the way you live, the way you think, the way you behave, the way you have relationships with each other, and the way you lead your married life, and the way you look at your children. Unless and until you have purity, the light of love will not shine. The light of love will not shine. You have to absorb the light of love within yourself. But you cannot unless and until you are a pure personality. And that pure personality has to develop by your meditation, by working hard. It's a question of few years. In 10 years we can change the whole world. In 10 years. But you have to be really very dedicated. It is you who has to change, not me. You have to work it out, not me. I have done my level best. But within 10 years it should be possible that every Sahaja Yogi should become a tremendous force of Sahaja Yoga. So please try to avoid all those who are mediocres. If you find mediocrity, the leaders must go all out to correct them, all out to tell them off. Don't tolerate. You don't have to be very mild on this point. You have to tell them frankly that, see now, you are an extremely mediocre person for Sahaja Yoga. It's not meant for mediocres. It's not meant for foolish people. It's not meant for stupid people. It's meant for something who are ready to sacrifice anything for the sake of truth. These people are saying that, why don't you go the way of science? I say, why don't you go the way of truth? Take to truth. Science is not truth. Today it might appear, tomorrow it disappears. Today you may think it is correct, but every hypothesis is challenged, every law is challenged. That's no law. You have to use Sahaja Yoga in every practical life, everywhere. But in no way you have to be fanatic about it. Like I've seen some people start giving vibrations or they start moving their hands for bandhans. Even if I'm sitting, they're doing like that. There is no stupidity about it. It has to be very dignified, decent and decorous. But for that we need really people of quality. And a complete obedience is needed, I must say. I had told Indian people that time that they must have a proper case done for them. They just didn't listen to me that time. They said, Mother, why do you want, no, you'll be in trouble and all that. If they had listened to me, there would have been no trouble today. But you must listen to me what I say. Don't give me explanations, don't give me logic. But I know everything, you know that. I know everything. Now we have something good for you is the list of the marriages. But marriages is not such an important thing that you think about. It's not such an important thing for you that you dedicate or your attention to that. It's just by the way. Because you have to have a marriage, that's why. There's no need even to have sometimes. But you have to have it. And then letters after letters about your marriages, about your children. I just don't want to read that. Nothing about Sahaja Yoga. If you are detached, whatever may be the quality of your wife, you will not fall. Whatever may be the quality of your husband, you will not fall. So one has to be little concerned that what are we doing? What have we achieved? What are we going to give to the world? For me, you are my instruments. I don't have to ask anybody else. You are my instruments and you have to work it out. You are not, for me, useless people. I worked very hard with you, very hard. So please, don't waste my energies also and try to become very good Sahaja Yogis in every way that is possible. In every way you should be dedicated. In every way try to be something of very great qualities. Now you have seen how people are becoming violent and there's some violence on. Of course, this may not continue, but it's one of the signs that we have to be prepared to be very strong people. Very strong. And that will work out, I'm sure. There's about 400 stones, at least, maybe more, according to the police report. And very few people were hurt. What does that mean? That there is somebody who is avoiding all these troubles. Regarding our tour further, now I have decided we will not go to Aarti because the commissioner, the DSP has told me that it's better not to go. These people are very bad and they are criminals. So now, till the election comes in, they will be behaving like this manner. After the election, of course, they'll be put down. So you should go by the understanding of the time and directly to Sangli. So we'll go to Sangli, we'll have a puja there, you can do shopping, whatever you like. And then from there, we'll be going to Ganpatipura. But it's not fun. It's not fun. It is our development. Otherwise, we'll be coming to India, going back the same empty-handed. I want you, everyone, to be extremely active in your own sphere of life, to talk about Sahaja Yoga. You must wear my badges, you must wear my rings, you must wear my necklaces, so that people ask you, who is this? Then you should say, she's the Holy Ghost. You can say, we think she's the Holy Ghost. Let us see what happens. So, it's a serious thing that I felt that I have to talk to you, and that we have to be very, very careful about how we look at ourselves. We have to be aware. We have to be aware about ourselves and what is happening. I've been telling you this many a times. We have to be aware as to what we are and what is happening. But if your jobs are important, everything else is important, how are we going to work out such? So there has to be awareness. And with your awareness, the light will spread. But it's not silent. You have to talk about it. Eloquence is needed. It has to be eloquent. All your light has to talk. The light has to say. The light has to express and has to be very confidently done. Let us see now, after going from this tour, how far people establish new things. So far, what my own opinion is that there are 50% of Sahajis in the West are still quite mediocre. And 25% of them are just there to take advantage. If they can get something free, they would like to do it. 25% people are like that. It's very sad, but it is so. But I must say, Indians are poor people, but they will not do anything. They'll never take anything free from me, nothing. They will not. They're very self-respecting. That is what we have to develop, that self-respect. Like I've seen, I had a house in Hounslow. Everybody went there and stayed there free. Now we have a house there in Shuti camp where everybody goes, who has no job, goes and stays there. It's such a nonsensical thing. So I'm even afraid to start any ashram in London because same thing will start. If they can take advantage, they would like to be there. Even a spoon they would like to carry like that. It's a shameless thing for a Sahaja to behave like that, I think. We have to have full self-respect. We must understand that we have to sacrifice and do something about it. Because this is the last leg, I would say, when I'll be talking to you about all these things and in the beautiful atmosphere here and on the bank of Krishna River. We have to understand that the river flows, it makes a sound. It makes a sound to show that it exists. But we are not only rivers. We are all the mountains, rivers, everything of the universe we are. And our manifestation is like a big zero, as if the Mother Earth has been emptied out. It is time that we should watch ourselves and see ourselves. What's wrong with us? Very important. I had to say this once again and again. But I don't like to say these things because I love you so much. And I care for you so much. And you people also love me. But loving me is not sufficient. You have to love yourself and respect yourself. Only yourself is going to work out. As Shivaji Maharaj has said, Swadharma Vada. You must develop the religion of your spirit. That's what we have to do, is to develop the religion of our spirit. And once it happens, we can get the whole world completely emancipated. This is our work, and if we fail, then it is the responsibility of Sahajis and nobody else. So for everyone, I have to tell you that I don't have to please you, you have to please me. For a small thing people react, for a small thing they feel bad. If I don't smile at somebody, they feel bad. In these little things they feel bad and they react. If I say anything, they react. So how can anything go into you? If it is such a convexity, how will you absorb it? It is important that we should try to absorb with humility, with understanding. Now you are Sahajogis, you know I am Adi Shakti. You have had photographs, you have known that I am Adi Shakti. But how much are we absorbing? How much we are taking within ourselves? This work is much more than any one of the incarnations had to do. It's much more than Christ, it's much more than Rama, much more than Sri Krishna. So create such great people among you. Because I have the power. Only thing, you have to have the absorption power, acceptability. But if you run after something very cheapish And something very frivolous is impossible. You have to ask for your depth, and you have to take in whatever is emitting from my being. I hope now you all will take it up seriously. Do your meditation every morning, whatever may be the time. Every morning we have to do the meditation, and we have to see that we finish our work in the night, and then we do little meditation and then sleep off. Without meditation you cannot grow. And that's why everything doing, you have to know that you have to get up in the morning, do your meditation, and then you can take to your work. Daytime, if you want, you can rest for a while. Now we are in such a place that we have time to rest in the while. But morning time, you have to get up whatever time you sleep. You have to conquer your sleep a little bit. It gives you a lot of lethargy. Last night, I don't think I slept before 3 o'clock or something like that. And then the whole day I've been busy writing reports, this, that. If I can manage at this age, at your age, you should be able to manage something like that. We have no time to sleep. We have no time to discuss, argue, or to eat our food. We have only time to meditate, that's all. I wish all of you absorb my saying and understanding without reacting to it. Please do not react. Don't think mother is trying to chastise you. No, I'm trying to help you to grow. This is the way you grow sometimes, very fast. So it's just your growth I'm worried about and nothing else. So may God bless you all. I was very happy the way you were singing all the songs and the way you expressed yourself.
Let us just take a few moments and meditate on the gravity of what Shrimaji is telling us. Again, let us make sure that we're feeling the vibrations in our hands, feeling a kundalini above our sahasrara. Shri Mataji, as you mentioned, please let us absorb your vibrations. Let there be purity in our mind, in our heart, in our attention. Let the purity manifest. Let the love of our spirit, the light of our spirit, the eloquence of our spirit be manifested. Shri Mataji, by your grace, please make us capable and worthy to cross this ocean of illusion, to grow stronger ourselves, and to save the rest of humanity. Let us again just put our hand above our sahasrara. See if you can feel the vibrations coming out. Let us put our hand back on our lap. And just another 30 seconds or so, just maintaining the state. Making sure that we're feeling the vibrations. And we'll watch another small talk of Shri Mataji, where Shri Mataji is talking about how to establish our spirit within ourselves. So we'll watch that small talk of Shri Mataji.
Today is the day when the Virgin Gauri sat down to worship Shiva. She made a Shivalinga and was sitting and putting her sindoor on that. That you look after this, which is the mark of my union with you. I leave it to you to look after to Shiva. You look after this. I surrender to you. For this, that's how the Gauri, your Kundalini, surrenders to the Spirit. Now you look after this connection. I forget everything else. I leave it into your hands. Lift me up. You raise me up. I forget all that was me before. Everything I have dropped out. No other desire. But just lift me higher and higher. Make me yourself. The rest of it is not important. All other manifestations of these desires are over. Now I am absolutely surrendered to you, my spirit. Lift me higher and higher. Higher and higher. Away from all the things that were not the spirit. Make me complete spirit, full spirit. Forget all that was there. That elevation, that ascent becomes a fast, quick trip. A very fast ascent. Just you can do it if you try at this moment and every moment to give up all that was not the spirit. Anything that goes against the spirit must be given up. And that is what is the pure desire. That's what it is, the Kundalini, is the Virgin. Is to be absolutely one with the spirit. All the rest has no meaning. Has no value. This ascent, whatever may be your position, to whomsoever you may be married, wherever you are working, whatever is your situation, whatever may be your country, you are the spirit. And if you are raised aloft, you dwell in the beautiful kingdom of God, where all ugliness drops off. Like when the lotus opens out, all the mud drops out completely. In the same way, let my children become the fragrant, beautiful offerings of Sadashiva. May God bless you.
Let us just sit in meditation for another few moments. Shri Mataji, by your divine grace, I am the pure spirit. And we give up all of our other impure desires that are taking us away from being our spirit. Let us now prepare to offer Aarti to Shri Mataji. And we'll have the Shri Ganesha Aarti followed by Sabakado Adena. And then we'll play the video and we can start in another 1 minute or so everybody has a little bit of time to prepare for Aarti.
सुख करता दुख हरता वाता विघ्नाती योगी गुरुवी प्रेम कृपा दया की सर्वांगी सुंदर सिंधुराती संगीत के मां पापलाती जय देव जय मंगल मूर्ति दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ति जय देव करा लेना, हाँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता दी, जय निर्मल माता दी, दिल में सदा रहना, हाँ सबको दुआ देना, हाँ सबको दुआ देना, हाँ सबको दुआ देना। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कलिकी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कलिकी साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। 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 बोलो श्री भगवती माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय। जय श्री माता दी, जय श्री माता दी, जय श्री माता दी।
Let us all bow down and then just sit in meditation for a few more minutes. And we'll meditate in silence just for a few minutes. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for letting us all gather here through your medium of ether and from all over the world to connect and to meditate at your lotus feet, Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji, for this upcoming new year, please let us go deeper within ourselves. Let us be one with our spirit. Let us give up all of our misidentifications and attachments. Shri Mataji, please let there be purity in our mind, in our heart, in our attention. Let us always feel that connection to you, Shri Mataji. Let us always maintain that connection to you. Let us feel our Kundalini above our Sahasrara chakra. Shri Mataji, please make us your capable and strong instruments so that we're able to help the rest of the world. Shri Mataji, wherever there are conflicts, whether it be Ukraine or Russia, Palestine and Israel, we pray for peace. We pray that your vibrations may permeate the atmosphere, that people realize that there is more to life, that try to seek something higher. Shri Mataji, we pray for the seekers of truth, that they come find you, they get their self-realization, that they can be established in Sahaja Yoga. Shri Mataji, we pray for our collective, our Sahaj family, and let us all be united. Let us worship you with the same song, the same words, the same bhakti. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for all of your blessings, all of your grace, and we humbly ask for your forgiveness. If we have done anything against you, your protocol, your photograph, Shri Mataji, please kindly forgive us, as we cannot survive with your forgiveness, Shri Mataji. Jai Shri Mataji. We can raise our Kundalini and put ourselves in bandhan.
Thank you, brother, for your beautiful meditation, beautiful prayer, and wonderful experience. Let's continue to be in meditation with the music now.
Thank you so much. Jai Shri Mataji.
Thank you, Dr. G, for the lovely meditation once again and beautiful prayers, beautiful sharing. And we thank Shri Mataji for bringing you for the very first session of the year. You have done it before, and we thank you once again for coming on board to lead our session today. And, thank you, Sister Priyanka, as well. And,
Sure. Thank you so much, Auntie. It's very nice to be here and attend the session with everybody and our global collective. And thank you so much for this opportunity. And many thanks again to Shri Mataji.
of course, yeah. And we also like to thank Brother Bhaskar for standing in the IT section. And we thank all our brothers and sisters from different parts of the world joining us today. And we seek your support for our continued sessions every Tuesday, same time. Jai Shri Mataji. Have a blessed year.
Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.